Hey everybody, welcome back to Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. We got a comment here today, so let's see what we gotta say. We have Pedro Kemerick, who says from the episode Sage, Juju strolls are funny and random, but the info or message they pass is actually canon, lol. It probably was a play with Toto's hallucination slash dream, like the guy said.
I assume I'm the guy. I always wanted
I
to
think
be
you're
the
the guy.
guy. I mean, it's like that game, right? I want to be the guy.
Yeah, you're the guy. You did it. You have ultimate
I
guyness.
think that's the. You almost slipped up there, Griff. I mean, I've kind of always been that guy. Remember, anytime they always reference somebody in the comment section, it's always that guy. Sometimes it's that guy on the right, but frequently it's just been that guy.
But this does, of course, bring into the funny image in my mind. It's just canon that they just play soccer and hang out on the beach all the time. All the evil spirits, things like that.
I mean,
And of course, we did get the kids at the sandbox terrifying moment too. Definitely canon there.
well, that wasn't Juju Stroll.
Uh, no, I thought it
No, that was
was.
in the episode.
No, 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 no. Well, it's been a while. That's fine.
Both
Still.
parts of that were in the episode when he gets them, and then when he sends them after our boy.
But yeah, funny, random, completely in universe. They're definitely a joy to watch, and definitely a fun way to completely break all the tension right after the end of an episode too. So, I think with that, let's go over what happened last time real quick. Last time was the origin of blind obedience, where Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji are sent out to investigate the mysterious deaths connected to Megumi's middle school alma mater, Saitama Urami East Junior High. They discover the deaths were caused by a curse, and that Megumi's stepsister Tsukimi, still in a coma, may become a victim of it as well if the three don't exorcise the curse. Mahito and Geto continue their schemes, incarnating one of the curse womb's death paintings. They didn't name that during the episode, did they?
No.
That's just retro information. Oh, we're gonna get a name today, I'm pretty sure.
And I think the sister is fine. The last person didn't die yet. And, as was previously mentioned in that episode, you have 2 weeks between seeing that thing and dying. Which means that his sister, in a coma, has over 2 weeks to be saved.
I think I'm gonna put this in my perspective. If I hear a loved one is going to die in 2 weeks, it doesn't really change much my mind if you say my loved one is gonna die in 4 weeks. I'm still gonna feel just as bad.
I mean, it does change things.
It'll change the schedule, sure, but it's not gonna change how I feel about it or that I'm wanted to stop.
Yeah, but you're not
Which is
powerless.
what his motivation is.
You don't
here.
have to take risks as though she was going to die tomorrow if you have 2 weeks to figure out what the problem is.
Look, if I'm dying and someone says, I could stop it, I can save you, but I really just want to play this game that came out today, I'd be a little bit upset, just a tiny bit.
Why? They have no responsibility to save you.
Well, I mean, if
Random
they said
person.
that they're going to, and they want to, and they have the power, but I'm gonna take a break.
Well, if they say they're going to, I suggest that you not freak out about it, because your freaking out about it might tell them not to do it.
Maybe keep people alive first. That's what I'm saying. There's a list of priorities. We got a pyramid of needs. At the bottom is life.
Griff, they said they're going to keep you alive. You've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks of which you'll be alive in. So long as they do it before the 2 weeks is up, you'll still be alive. Keeping you alive isn't a long-term thing. So if they know you'll be alive 13 days from now.
I know you guys are starving out there, but I gotta play my video game.
Well, you're introducing a situation in which pain is a long-term process. These people are just alive right up until the moment they're killed. They're not being harmed by it until it kills them.
Still, they are in the layer of the thing that's causing this, at least as far as it seems. They had like a fun little bit of urban fantasy going on for a second.
It's all fantasy for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And then, of course, the cursed woman creature just comes in at the end of the episode and is like, yeah, I'm here. It's like, all right, cool. So we got a two-way battle, and that's what we're getting today. So, Theta, any thoughts to go over there?
I mean, not really.
Yeah. In that case, let's just go ahead and watch and see what happens and get a good fight. But before we begin, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can go ahead and follow us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's also for the challenge, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below in the description. Join the Discord. Remind us if we're forgetting anything before the movie comes up.
Oh, right with the blood puddles.
I don't know though, man. I understand that the threat is personal, but it just doesn't seem on par with all the previous threats. Also, where did the other two go?
They're fighting the other thing, I think. They split up for that.
So he's like a special tier?
No, just weird. It's dangerous.
It's literally whack-a-mole.
Oh, we're going for the high score then, huh? I think it's fair to say, with all the fight scenes we saw previously out in the forest, and this one, they're really good at animating these fights. I love them.
It's surprising he's running around with a sword and not his Pokemon.
I guess he's just taking a day off.
If he was taking a day off, you'd think he'd be using the Pokemon.
術式範囲が広い分、本体に攻撃能力がないってこと？あくまで多分な。不安材料だった術式範囲、被害者数、結界、すべてが本体に引き算として作用してる。ラッキーだ。これなら早いうちに払える。となると。
I guess my point is, it just doesn't feel like the plot for the penultimate episode of the season.
Well, it looks like we're about to escalate things.
Oh, she's fine, Griff. What are you talking about?
You can't just say that.
どちらでもない。栗崎。なんだ、あずちゃんかよ。
They were literally in the same room, Griff.
逃げた。放っておいていいのか。そのまま追え。釘崎もそいつも結界の外に出たんだ。予想以上にめんどくせえのとバッティングしてるかもしんねえ。逆にこっちは想定よりずっと楽だ。 一人でなんとかなる。釘崎優先。おえ。
Here we go. He gets to fight his personal villain, and everyone else goes fight the story villain.
At this point, we've all been locked in a dome of some sort, haven't we?
Oh, hey, it's the weird guy again.
With the coat rack guy?
Yeah. Oh, no, he's different.
Nah.
I need an explanation on this too.
Well, coat-rack guy, the other weird one, and him apparently, I guess, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Well, no, because he's the one saying big brother to this guy. So these are different group of brothers.
That's a combo right there.
Well, I mean, they all unfortunately seem to just be coming up in front of him. Well, they can show up behind him.
Yeah. I do feel like there's a slight lack of tension in this fight, just because it seems like the threat is, like, so small. Oh, hey, there's a Pokemon. Lycanroc's a good choice.
It seems like there's an infinite number of them.
Yeah, what is this thing?
呪霊の行動パターンに合理性を求めすぎてはいけない。それでもずっと引っかかっていた。なぜ今になってマーキングした人間の呪殺を始めたのか。一人目の呪殺は6月。6月。
See, now this makes more sense. If the idea is the... Yeah, or... Yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking more towards the rise of Sukuna, since we haven't really seen them in forever. That the penultimate and the ultimate episode being not so much about this minor threat that I know is personally injuring towards the main character, but... Or
Yeah.
the main character's friend, Megumi, rather.
Well, yeah.
But more so to draw out the big bad who just kind of vanished during the story.
It's been so long since episode 1, I, like, barely even remember, but... I think the vibe of, yes, Sukuna returning is causing some of this might actually be an interesting twist.
What's the entire point of him joining the academy is, hey, you can hold in the power. If we just keep giving you fingers, and then we can just kill you at the very end. He's in this to die. They were either going to kill him then, or they're going to kill him when they're done.
But of course, this is a shonen anime. I don't think they're going to end off with, and we actually kill Yuji for realsies.
Why not? It would make it different.
It would be... It's kind of what I would want kind of out of a good story, a good narrative. But it's also what I'm not expecting here, I guess.
But living up to the thing that you said you were going to do?
Yeah.
What a horrible lesson to teach the kids. Fulfillment of obligations. We don't need the next generation of politicians learning that lesson. You think the origin of obedience is a deal that we made in episode 3?
He's got like 5 of them.
Just assume I'm right and you agree with me.
Yeah, I remember when that one beat you up to...
How could he? This sword was made of... I don't know what the fuck.
Man, Lycanroc with the save.
Hi, また僕の勝ち。珍しいよね。めぐみが僕に稽古頼むなんて。ユージに追い越されて焦った。まあ。
You think he's ashamed of his eyes?
Maybe.
So I don't see any real reason for him to wear the glasses all the time.
I do feel like we gotta get some more depth on it.
あとは意識の問題だと思うよ。めぐみ、本気の出し方知らないでしょ。
I mean, Gojo's definitely seems too carefree to not have a more tragic backstory there, right?
Well, he's overpowered. He's the most powerful person in the world, as far as we know.
Exactly. And all sorcerers are sad and terrible and feel too bad, so he's got to feel bad too.
自分がアウトになっても野原の類を進めたかった？それはご立派。でも
Oh, so this is even way in the past. This is like an episode or two ago.
バントが悪いって言ってんじゃないよ。野球は団体競技。それぞれに役割があるからね。でも呪術師はあくまで
This is kind of a good good talk.
連携は大事でしょ。
I mean,
Don't worry
bunt.
if you're not the star player.
Well, I mean, he doesn't work. He's not the star player. He's chastising him for making a bunt. The star player actually swung for the outfield. Also, it made the most sense. They had a fucking flying girl on their team. Don't swing for the hardball. Flying girl can't catch a bunt.
それじゃ僕どころかナナミにもなれないよ。死んで勝つと死んでも勝つわ。全然違うよ。めぐみ。
Don't just throw your life away to
本
win.
気でやれ。もっと欲張れ。
I feel like you're taking away the opposite sentiment of what I'm reading here.
Maybe. We gotta go over that, I think.
何秒気を失ってた。極拳は破壊。いや、術式が解けたか。
Lycanroc has fainted.
Well, I mean, if it did, that means all your other pets got stronger, as we learned before.
ゆらゆら。
Eight palm triangulum.
He just threatened it and he stepped back.
宝の持ち腐れだな。やめだ。呪術師の成長曲線は必ずしも緩やかじゃない。
お前あの時なぜ逃げた？
影の奥行きをすべて吐き出す。具体的なアウトラインは後回し。重力を練ったそばから押し出していけ。イメージしろ。自由に。限界を超えた未来の自分を。
It all comes back to Gurren Lagann. Don't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you.
It's a good character mode, we're getting it.
Alright, we can see what his is about.
Welcome to my world.
ブサイクのいいとこだ。だが今はこれでいい。
It seems like a pool of all the animals he has, I guess.
もっと自由に。広げろ。
Oh.
術式の。
Oh, we can go even deeper.
It's a Shadow Clone Jutsu pool. This reminds me of the Mob Psycho fight with Dimple near the end.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Except this guy is Dimple and Megumi here is Broccoli.
Oh, hey, Lycanroc's back.
あれにも傷をつけた。不意のお前を貫くくらいわけないさ。
Okay, so what's the cost of using it?
I think bleeding out of every orifice is the
No, he was
answer.
already bleeding out before he used it.
あいつら。いい。それでいい。
Ah, you just... One quick scene for him to mug at everybody. Oh, glad he's dead.
It's also so weird going back to anime that have these mid-roll cutscenes.
Oh, I know the feel. It's like, it is the break in the action, but...
Oh, we didn't get one for Full Metal Alchemist, did we? Usually get the
Usually
Full
they do,
Metal
yeah.
Alchemist. We didn't get one.
だからあなたも私を殺さないでくださいだ。殺しを何に置き換えてもいい。要は相手の尊厳を脅かさない線引き。互いの実在をなす過程。それがルールだ。それを破って威張って腫れ物みたいに扱われて。さぞ居心地が良かったろうな。次俺の前でやったら殺すからな。
俺らお前に何かしたか？
てめえで考えろ。それか死ね。
Well, it's still good. You don't tell them what they did wrong.
僕はお前らのパシリじゃないって。
頑張れ、愛だし。
でも次のターゲット俺になっちゃうかも。だから頑張りすぎるな、愛だし。
おいでもこら。
Remember, confidence, but not too much of it.
今日から僕の代わりですって言ってやる。
どうも売るのか、愛だし。
うるせえ。
めぐみ、
あれ？あそこで倒れてるの池沢たちじゃ。
もう喧嘩しないって言ったよね。
保護者面すんな。悪人が嫌いだ。サラチみてえな想像力と感受性で一丁前に息をしやがる。善人が苦手だ。そんな悪人を
I
許
really
して
felt like we got.
許すことを
I feel like we were developing this guy's like whole motif in the first like 4 or 5 episodes, so it's weird that we're coming back to him again.
敵は典型的善人。
He's one of the main three, right? We gotta flesh him out more. We've been hanging out with Yuji a whole bunch lately.
We barely know Yuji's backstory.
中身が出るとは。
小一の時、俺
I
の
killed a man.
積み木の母親、それぞれの片親がくっついて蒸発した。白髪の怪しい男が言ってた。
君のお父さんさ、善院っていういいとこの呪術師の家系なんだけど、僕が低レベルのろくでなしでお家出てって君を作ったってわけ。めぐみくんはさ、君のお父さんが善院家に対して取っておいた最高のカードだったんだよ。
You're the chosen child.
ムカつくでしょ。
蒸発資金の謎が解けた。俺は善院家とやらに売られたらしい。
Not the way you approach a child on the
ム
streets.
カつくよ。あんたのそのデリカシーのなさが特に。しかもそのムカつく男が善院家の剣を帳消しにして、俺が将来呪術師として働くことを担保に、俺たち二人の高専からの金銭的援助を通してくれ。
Just gets goofier and goofier. Gosh darn it, Gojo, it was a serious scene. How could you?
俺が誰を助けるってんだよ。
ちょ、つみき、何してんのあんた。めぐみくん、ちょん。
なんでもない。
ああ、ちょっと、ねえ、それより、肝試しの件考えてくれた？
行きたくないけど。
How long ago was this?
俺が
The test of courage was the thing that gets them cursed and killed in 2 weeks.
9th grade is the answer.
Well, how long will this fucking curse wait?
同じような被呪者がいるらしい。
Quite a while,
何
apparently.
もわからないということだけが分かって、積み木は寝たきりになった。
誰かを呪う暇があったら、大切な人のことを考えていたいの。
いつも笑って綺麗事を吐いて。
人を許せないのは悪いことじゃないよ。それも恵みの優しさでしょ。
俺の性根すら肯定する。そんな積み木も俺が誰かを傷つけると本気で怒った。俺はそれにイラついてた。事なかれ主義の偽善だと思っていたから。でも今はその考えが間違いだっ
It's
て。
extremely weird because I feel like this isn't the light you talk about a sister.
俺を選ぶように俺を選んで心配してくれてたんだろう。悪かったよ。ガキだったんだ。謝るからさ。さっさと起きろよ。バカ兄貴。
I think it's cute.
Of course you do.
この八十八橋の呪いも重複してただけで、 積み木が寝たきりの原因になった呪いは解けてないだろうな。あとはこの指のことを虎杖に。
Well, it shouldn't be too far away.
急に現れた大きな気配。スクナの指が結界から出たのか。もし指の騎士を払ったのが術師だとしたら、なかなか。
だとしても指の特級相当の呪霊とやり合って勝ったとして無傷で済むわけないでしょ。あいつら無事かしら。
失言。私が話したことは忘れてください。
Where did Itadori go?
He jumped through the same thing, but we haven't seen where he went.
Yeah.
舐めた走り方しやがって。そんなんでちぎれると思ってんのかよ。
私自分の背中がコンプレックスでして。
He's gotta exercise.
私の背中を見たら殺しを。
釘崎。あ、いいじゃん。
I was about to say, I thought he was gonna get whacked in the back of the head or something.
Well, at least the fakes got raised a little bit.
It's that, Simpsons joke, right? Where he gets liposuction and his back is covered with pins to keep all the fat. She looks normal from the front, but don't look at me from the back.
I think this kind of like curse / demon is also like a trope too, like the "don't look at my back or I die" thing. I've seen it like in a couple other animes before. JoJo has like one that's
Well, I fucking hate that show.
big
So.
for a couple episodes. But hey, we got to the bigger fight now, I guess.
Well, I mean, again, it still seems so low par for what the ultimate episode of the season is supposed to be. We're just fighting a couple of no-named people who happen to have a finger.
I guess maybe we're getting more explanation for things, or we're setting something up.
Yeah, cool. We've met Megumi's sister, or we've met the memory of Megumi's sister. It still doesn't seem like the ultimate episode of a shonen anime sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is just the nature of breaking up an ongoing story. At some point, you have to figure out where to draw the line, and they drew it here.
Well, they made an anime around the ongoing story, so they could have, I don't know, they could have elongated the beginning, like that kid whose mother got ganked, and made the whole dome team battle thing the end.
Yeah.
Just nothing important seems to be going on here that makes this the season ender.
We still got one more. Exhausted in the city. Oh, that vibe. Everyone into action.
Well, they're just trying to keep him single? Is that the plan?
めぐみちゃんはこれから私と一緒にバイオリンのお稽古なのよ。帰るわよ、めぐみちゃん。今日こそキラキラ星をマスターしてもらうわん。
大丈夫。気にせず行ってください。駅はここまっすぐです。
ありがとうございます。
で、マジでなんすか。恥ずかしいんでやめてもらえます。
I have no idea what that was about.
They're just all here to make fun of him. Oh, that was a cool flip.
Well, I mean, the thing that struck out to me was the, what's her name? Had the shit all over the side of her face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if one of them gets converted and they're no longer in the team anymore, I guess maybe that's a thing. Like the
Oh, yeah.
a whole Sasuke redemption arc sort of thing.
I didn't expect she'd be getting the Sasuke treatment. No, Sasuke is like way more dour and like unfun to be around. She's actually his
Well,
personality.
she also has that whole backstory thing about leaving her village or town, wherever she used to live after the whole thing got destroyed. With the building thing. So, I mean...
Oh my gosh, that actually gives me like the vibe of like, if Sasuke just left, maybe he just would have been happy.
He tried to leave. They chased him, remember?
Darn you, Naruto, you're just reminding Sasuke of everything that's wrong in life.
No, it was Sakura. Remember, he just tries to leave.
Yeah.
Sakura chases him down and gives him the whole speech. And then Naruto finds her later, and she tells him, and then he tells everybody else, and then they form a whole group to chase him down.
Naruto, it's a bit of a trip. So, I guess overall this was the Megumi backstory episode, his motivations.
It's another Megumi backstory episode. Well, this is more Megumi's backstory as it relates to his sister. Remember, everybody else has gotten very small snippets of backstory episode, just to the point that we don't really know that much about their backstories.
I guess he also needed the power up too. We had to like see like what can he actually do? What are we looking at? And there it is. He has a how do you word it? He can see a future him where he's better than he is now.
Not really. I don't even think he got powered up. He just fucking did the thing that he was supposed to do. The partial zone thing. We've seen his partial zone.
Yeah. It's also funny hearing the way Gojo talks about Yuji, where he's like, we're the type of people who will like just shoot for the outfield or whatever. It's like that they're just on a different wavelength. But like you said, you were interpreting the whole speech as being like they can catch up, that Megumi can actually catch up in power, right?
No.
What is your read on it?
I literally don't. I don't see Megumi as a strong person whatsoever. So it's just very surprising every time someone's like, "Oh yeah, he's supposed to be the trump card," and all this shit. And it's like the Pokemon Master. I don't see it. No, I was saying his speech was like, "You got to go all in, death." He said there's a difference between dying to win and winning by dying, and you were interpreting that as, well, say what you said.
I think my thought at the time was, don't just kill yourself to do a cool technique, stupid.
Yeah, and it was very much obviously, no, go all in. But recognize that there's a difference between dying to win, as he said, and sacrificing everything to win.
Right.
Or was rather winning by dying, which is, the only way I can win is to die. Whatever. The point being that it was very much a go-all-out message, not a hold back, like you were saying.
Right. I think that's just like something that happens in the show. Sometimes it does go by fast enough that I'm just like, it doesn't stick to my brain immediately. So it's good we get to talk it out.
Well, I mean, the thing that makes it think that is that he's describing two different sides of a coin that are both involving going all out. If he had said there's a difference between dying to win and marshaling your resources, right? It would be like, okay, maybe you have a point, but both things he said had the same tint to them. He didn't offer up a secondary opposite side to the coin.
Right. Still, despite all of this focus on him, I also feel like I have less of a read on his powers now. What does he actually do?
He's a Pokemon Master. He collects a bunch of spirit cursed things that are in animal form, and when some of them die, the remaining ones get more powerful. He said that before. And his field is apparently Shadow Clone Jutsu.
which is still a little bit hilarious, but I guess that does at least give him something really cool to live out a fight with.
It's not a particularly strong one, considering the ones that we've seen already.
Yeah, it's kind of on the lower barrier. And he also said like it was incomplete/imperfect, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't even do it well.
Again, to me, he reads as one of the weaker people, because he's just summoning creatures, right? And the creatures can get killed. Versus other people's, which is like, I don't know. The only thing coming to my mind right now is those field cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Right?
Thing nobody uses anymore.
Well, I only remember the early episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? Where you're playing, and then, okay, our whole trick so far has been trap cards and monsters that do specific set. But there's this guy on the beach who plays, like, the moon card, and now it's making the tide rise, which means all of his water creatures are getting stronger. And it's like, well, this is just a fucking brand new thing.
I play the maze card, which completely changes up the rules and gives us a battle grid. It's like, wait a second, that's on our card.
I play Cartoon World.
The rules of Cartoon World are that I win because I made it.
Well, yeah. The idea that I made the game, so I included some special one-time print cards that only I can use. But they're legal also because I made the game.
Yeah, it's a... I still love that art. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still one of my favorites.
I say, Pegasus is the best villain because, one, he's got the best cheat, which is I can see your hand. And he's got the best cheat, which is I made the game. Thus, who cares about this Egyptian pharaoh god shit that we're all battling for? I made all the cards you're doing it with. So
I can write whatever I want, and it's tournament worthy.
Who cares if you steal my millennial eye? Cyclops ass that I am still makes the cards up until what's his name buys the company. At which point I'm just rich now. That's my last superpower. Thankfully, it'll carry me to the grave.
There you go. All right, so we've gone all the way over to Yu-Gi-Oh! From here. I think it's time to go ahead and wrap up this episode. This has been So Face Reactions, everybody. Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?